Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And it's another Your First 5 Minutes video. It is with the AZTECS today, and a couple of caveats like I always do in other videos. We're looking at the 1v1 land supremacy. Our explorer is not going to be gathering any treasures here, so timings may alter slightly. However, hopefully you guys will get a gist for it. So without further ado, let's get into the deck first, and then we'll jump straight into the game. So ladies and gents, the 1v1 land deck is here, so feel free to copy this if you want to, and pretty much this is going to be your go-to, ladies and gents. Even if you are going to be going onto water, I mean, here is the water deck. It is slightly different, but we are going to mainly be focusing on this, and a few cards to note are going to be the villager cards, the wood cards, and of course your unit cards as well. So guys, let's jump straight into it. All right, ladies and gents, let's get into this. We want to be gathering our crates, primarily focusing on food. Start getting that first villager queued up. Get your explorers to go around the map. And once we've gathered this wood, we're going to just try and split these vills here. They're being a little bit annoying for me already. And then we want to use one vill to start herding here. And what we're going to be building is we're going to be building a house, a community plaza, and a market. That is the plan. So we're going to get one to build a market. We're going to herd another one of those deer in. There we go. Now I am using a mod, Age of the World mod. I haven't turned it off, so some of these things are going to look different. But it all means the same. It's just aesthetical changes. So the good old fire pit, as you used to see in the old game, has been reinstated, if you've got any questions. And also the hunting dogs is called Hunting Bolus, but it's exactly the same. Don't worry, same resource requirement, all that stuff. So really don't worry about it. So ideally what you want to do is you want to be aging up on 14 villagers, and that's going to be 800 food when you're ready to age up. And we're going to be going for a fast age up. Now, something to note is if you find any treasures like this one, for example, this is 40 wood here. If you were to find this wood, I would recommend chopping 10 extra wood to get your hunting dogs as soon as possible. And we are going to be grabbing the 3 villagers here. Obviously, you don't want to be losing your Eagle Scout like I'm about to. You want to be making sure that your explorer gets the last hit. No, you want to make sure, sorry, that your Eagle Scout gets the last hit so you can get the extra XP. All right. So let's get a couple of villagers quickly there to gather some food. And of course, my herding, whenever I do a video, always goes terribly wrong. So we're going to get a couple of villagers there. I'm just going to go get that. Okay, we've got enough. Cool. Get those villagers off.
Sorry for any natives you have fooled into joining you.
Okay. So we're starting to get a few more deer here. Cool. We don't need to get any more villagers, so we'll just stick here. We are going to be aging up a little bit slow here because of the treasure delay. I would have immediately got the treasures, but because I was trying to explain why it's important, it didn't really work out the best for me here. But we do have hunting dogs now in, and we're pretty much now ready to get into the next age. So I'm just going to pause it there. We're bang on 800 food. I would expect you guys to do this sub 3 minutes. But we're at the point now where we've gone ahead, we've got our house, we've got our community plaza, we've got our market, and we've gone ahead and researched hunting dogs, and now we are about to get into the next age. So you're going to be going for a fast age up, and when you're aging up, I want you to chop wood. Chop, chop, chop. We want to chop 250 wood. We want to be able to drop down a war hut. And this kind of build order I'm going to be showing you is more of an aggressive build order. So the easiest or the most beginner-friendly Aztec build order, I would honestly say, is the Age 2 pressure build order. It's very, very viable across all elo ranges, and I would just recommend it. So I'm going to show you how to put a war hut in the middle of the map, how to get a few units out, and then at that point, we'll probably be finished with our first 5 minutes. So let's do it. So all villagers getting over. We want one villager to actually start herding. And if we can find the second herd, that would be great. And we're just going to all start chopping wood here. So try and work on your herds the best you can. So bring your 2 herds in. I've only got 1 herd here that I've actually brought in. Another herd is down here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that villager to go out as well now. And when you get very near to 250 wood, I want you to start sending 2 villagers out into the middle of the map. So 2 vills are starting to go out now. There they go. And we're going to use... Okay. I'm going to start queuing the villager. And now we've chopped enough wood. We're just going to drop like a war hut here, for example, right? And then we're going to move all villagers off of wood. Move them all off of wood and get them all back onto food. Because we're going to be sending that 700 wood, which is right there. So 700 wood now coming in. We've got this villager here. Trying to herd here. Get another vill out. Get them all over to food because we're going to want to start getting some population space. Okay, so a lot going on here. So I'm just going to do a quick pause again. So once we built the war hut, what I would suggest is that you're going to want to send your military shipments to the war hut so they start coming out. That's the first thing you want to do. You then want to either lock in either your slinger or your coyote, depending on what you want to go. So whatever unit you're making from the war hut, ship the opposite unit. So if you want to make coyotes, which is generally the one to do, so you can start getting scouting information and you can start harassing, you start going into coyotes. So then what you want to do ideally is you want to ship slingers. So that's how it kind of works. So what I would suggest is that immediately you start getting your coyotes and you start dropping a house down. So we've got that little bit of excess wood, so we're going to drop a house. Normally you would wait for the 700 wood to come in, but we've got that little bit of extra wood. And now I'm ready to ship my next unit. So I'm going to go ship the slingers. And hopefully I'm going to have just enough here. I'm just shy. And now I've got some coyotes that I can use to start running into the base. And now I've got my first unit shipment on the way. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is your first 5 minutes. We kind of chucked it together. It's not the best, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am doing this under pressure. This isn't pre-recorded, so a lot of things have gone wrong. But hopefully you get the gist of it. Ideally, what you want to do is you definitely want to tighten up on your age up. My age up was very, very slow. So if you can get hunting dogs earlier, get it. Make sure that you age up if you can on 14. If you're really behind, get another villager in, age up on 15. It's not ideal, but you can go for it. And just make sure that you do get hunting dogs. If you don't get it in the first age, make sure that you get it definitely in the second age when you're getting your first unit shipment, your first wood shipment, sorry. And then always make sure to be queuing up those units. So we really want all of the villagers to still be on food. A couple should be collecting the wood crate, but we want everyone still on food because we're going to have 700 wood to spend and to use. So we want to continue building houses. And then from that, there's many things you can do. You have an option here to go ahead and get 4 Jaguar Prowl Knights from your big button for 400 food. If you want to start going into Puma Spearmen, start moving some vills over to coin. I would suggest potentially after some unit shipments, try and work on your eco. So go for 5 villagers and continue from there and then start having a few villagers over to wood. What you kind of want to do is with Aztec economy, as the game goes on, you want to balance your economy quite a bit. So if you're getting spearmen as well as wanting maybe coyotes and slingers, you want in that whole 3 unit comp. You kind of want maybe 5 on coin, maybe 5, 6 or 7 on wood, and then you kind of want the rest on food. And the reason you want that is because you want to be continually making houses for population. You want to be making coyotes or slingers, which cost you wood as well, and also food. And then the 5 on coin to help you with the Puma Spearman if you start to go for a second war hut, for example. So lots of things there. And hopefully you guys get the gist of the first 5 minutes. You kind of want to have your war hut down. You want to have your first batch out. And then you want to be pretty much nearly getting your first unit shipment in. And at that point, you want to start harassing. It's really important to contain your opponent. Use your coaties to start to scout around the base. Find out what military building they've put down. Is it a stables first? Is it a racks first? What does that mean for me? If I see a stables, my second unit shipment might want to be Puma Spearman. If I see a rack still, I'm probably going to want to double down and go for a second Slinger shipment. All these things to think about, and it is a lot to think about, and there's a lot to do in your first 5 minutes with Aztec. But hopefully this has been useful. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. Sorry that I've overrun. It has been a bit chucked together, but hopefully it's giving you a decent idea on how to progress with playing the Aztecs. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later.